captain success for me with Erling Haaland and 2 free transfers looking ahead to game week 7 with some interesting results in the form versus fixture charts. Help me get this one to 1,000 likes. Subscribe to the channel, and in the description the link to vote for me at the Football Content Awards 2025. Can I pick up another trophy? Let's get into it. Starting off with how my game week 6 is going, I've still got 1 player to play, but I'm on 68 points as things stand, up to 3.1 million in the world. Erling Haaland contributed a lot of those points, 48. He left it late, it was a worry, but he did deliver in the end. One of my biggest triple captain returns ever. Antoine Semenyo, the only other attacking return, and nothing really to talk about in the defence. Benched Chris Richards, 4 points. Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty. I've got no idea what to expect with Juve either. New manager for West Ham. Could he stay in the same position? Will he even be in the team? We don't know. Richards could come off my bench yet for a 4-pointer. Let's see how that pans out. Before we get too bogged down in what to do for game week 7, it's worth noting that there are 9 Premier League teams in Europe this season. We've got match day 2 for the Champions League and the Europa League, match day 1 for the Conference League, Crystal Palace taking on Dynamo Kiev. Nottingham Forest are at home, Aston Villa are away on Thursday, and then in the Champions League, Chelsea at home on Tuesday, the only Premier League team with a home game this time out. Liverpool, Spurs, Newcastle City and Arsenal, all with away trips. That is significant, so if you can hold on to your transfers until Friday's deadline, it is a Friday deadline, then do so, because anything could happen. Looking at the form versus fixture charts then, and the form charts are incomplete with the final fixture of game week 6 still to take place on Monday evening. It is City who are out in top on the form charts though. Crystal Palace and Brighton not far behind them. At the other end of the table, well, we're used to seeing Wolves down there and Burnley, but West Ham, Nottingham Forest and Newcastle all in that bottom 5, which is a little bit of a concern. When we look at the form charts, we've got the likes of Wolves up at the very top with some great upcoming fixtures. Brighton are up there as well, that's significant. And Arsenal, the Arsenal fixture swing is now here. West Ham, Fulham, Crystal Palace and Burnley. Bit of a fixture swing for Manchester United, certainly that home game against Sunderland in game week 7. Doing a lot of the heavy lifting, seeing them 7th in the charts. At the other end of the table, we've got Brentford and rock bottom. Bournemouth and Crystal Palace not far behind them either. So when we look at the overall charts, it is Brighton on top to Man City, Arsenal, Crystal Palace. It's Leeds, Manchester United, Spurs, Everton, Chelsea, Liverpool making up the top 10. West Ham at the bottom with Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Newcastle and Burnley all down there as well. That's going to inform my transfers for game week 7. Looking at those transfer plans then, and patience has ran out with Chris Wood. Since I brought him into my team after his performance in game week 1, it's been 5 successive blanks. Newcastle away up next. This is definitely the point to sell. I think he'll be losing his place soon as well. Remember, game week 2, I made the transfer of João Pedro to Chris Wood. I do have exact funds if I wanted to move early on reversing that transfer to bring João Pedro back in, but Liverpool at home doesn't feel like the right entry point. So I'm going to be informed a little bit by the form versus fixture charts and look to Mateta. 0.3 million in the bank means that I can wait until Friday before making those transfers, and that bears in mind everything that happens in the European fixtures in midweek. Mateta, 2 attacking returns so far. Palace unbeaten, Everton away up next. Feels like an okay entry point for him. The only problem with my team at the moment, that Arsenal fixture swing, I've got no Arsenal players. I'm not interested in an attacker, but with my current setup, I'd need to sell Salah in order to get an Arsenal defender. I've also got Matt Sells, who I'm very frustrated with as well. He doesn't look like a good pick at all. David Raya is the one that I'd want, but I'm struggling to justify making a goalkeeper transfer before a wild card, and I'd need to free up funds. I've not ruled out the wild card in game week 7, but it is more likely to come in game week 8, when I can maybe get a bit more information to know exactly what team I want, because building a wildcard team this week, there's still a few question marks in my mind, so that could be something to look at come the international break. Team selection time then. Obviously Matt Sells between the sticks and Newcastle away. I'm not keen on that. But I look at my back line and some solid fixtures here. Van der Ven away at Leeds, Richards away at Everton, and Konsa at home to Burnley. It feels like I should be able to get something from each of those 3 players, whether it be an attacking return, a clean sheet, or DEFCON. Moving into the attack, and I'm sticking with that 3-5-2 formation. Salah's got Chelsea away, always an interesting fixture. Semenyo at home to Fulham, Fernandes at home to Sunderland, Caicedo at home to Liverpool. They all seem enticing. Then I've got my City double up of Haaland and Reinders away at Brentford, and newcomer Mateta away at Everton, with Mark Guiu providing very little for me as the 3rd substitute. When it comes to captaincy, it doesn't feel like a week where Salah's in the frame for Chelsea away. I think Haaland's the most obvious pick with Brentford away. Fernandes with Sunderland at home could be an option as well. You've got to remember that at least Manchester United don't have European fixtures this season. Semenyo's got to be in the frame for Fulham at home as well. As it stands though, it is going to be Haaland captain, Fernandes vice, but will of course be keeping an eye on all of those European midweek minutes. Get your dilemmas in the comments and I'll try to answer as many as I can in the next 24 hours. Hit that like button as well, going for 1,000 likes on this one. Subscribe to the channel and make sure to vote for me at the Football Content Awards for the best in fantasy football creators. It was the big trophy in 2023, a bronze award in 2024. I'd love to keep that run going. Thank you for watching.